I thought it was the hyperbola, but it's not. It's the ellipse, page 150, number 17. 9x squared plus 36y squared is equal to 144, and they want you to sketch it. So first off, in standard form, it should equal 1. So we're going to divide that by 144. We're going to divide this by 144, and we're going to divide this by 144. If we reduce 9 over 144, we get x squared over 36. If we reduce 36 over 144, we get 1 over 9. So y squared over 9 is equal to 1. So we know that the center of our ellipse is going to be 0 and 0 because you're not at, there's no h or k there. So the center is going to be 0 and 0. We know that the major axis is always the longer one. So since 36 is the largest number, that is my a squared, meaning a is going to be 6. So from 0 and 0, and because it's underneath the x squared, it's going horizontally. So from my 0 and 0 point, I would go forward 6, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, bringing me to 6 and 0. And I would go back 6, bringing me to negative 6 and 0. And so if they asked, which they didn't, but if they did, the major axis would be 12 units long and it's going horizontally. The minor axis, well, 9 would be my b squared. So my b would have to be 3. So I would go up 3, bringing me to 0 and 3, and I would go down 3, bringing me to 0 and negative 3. So the minor axis is actually 6 long, and it's going vertically. And so to sketch it, there we go. All right, so that's number 17. You also asked for 21. So 21 gives us a bunch of information, and then they tell us, that's probably easier. And then they tell us to write the equation in standard form and in general form. So they tell us we have a center to this ellipse of 3 and negative 2. So I like to draw the picture just to put something in my head, okay? So I can see it. I'm a visual person. So center 1, 2, 3, 1, 2. So there's the center of my ellipse. Now it's passing through the points. Negative 4 and negative 2. So 1, 2, 3, 4. So negative 4 and negative 2. Meaning that from my center, which was at 3 and negative 2, I went back 7 squares to get there. Another point is 10 and negative 2. Now I'm going to run out of space here, but let's say 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Let's say that's right out here on the edge. And so that is 10 and negative 2. So again, from this point of 3, I went forward 7 squares. That seems pretty long to me. Now, the other points are 3 and 1. So from my 3 and negative 2 up here at 3 and 1, meaning from 3 and negative 2, I went up 3 squares. And 3 and negative 5, that means I went from negative 3 and from 3 and negative 2, I'm going down 3 squares to get to 3 and -5. So again, I've got an ellipse going horizontally on its side. So now that I've got that information, I'm just going to get rid of that. All I really need there is my center. So to put it in standard form, I know that because the long axis is going horizontally, same way as the x-axis, I know that the standard form is going to be x minus h squared over a squared plus y minus k squared over b squared equals 1. So since my center is 3 and -2, that's going to be x minus 3 squared, and it's going to be y minus -2, so y plus 2 squared. I know it's got to equal 1. Now my a squared, a is the distance from the center along the major axis to the outside. So we went 7 squares. So that my a is 7. So 7 squared would be 49. My b is going to be 3. So 3 squared is 9. So I now have it in standard form. To put it into general form, I'm going to need to multiply to get rid of the denominators. So I'm going to multiply by 49 and 9 so that the 49's cancel, and I have 9 times x minus 3 squared. Same thing here, I'm going to multiply by 49 and by 9 so that my 9's cancel, and I have 49 times y plus 2 squared. And I'm going to multiply this by 49 and by 9, which I forgot to bring Harriet in here, so 9 times 9 is 81, carry the 8, 36, 441, I believe. All right, so this is 9 times x squared minus 6x plus 9 plus 49 times y squared plus 4y plus 4 is equal to 441. So 9x squared minus 54x plus 81 plus 49y squared plus 9 and 4 is 36, carry the 3, that's 196y plus 196. If I bring the 441 over, minus 441 is equal to 0. So it's 9x squared plus 49y squared minus 54x plus 196y, and then whatever 81 plus 196 minus 441 is, I don't know. And it's equal to 0. You can do that part yourself. That is the example. Those are the questions you asked me to do. So hopefully that helped. Bye.